Yeah, I mean, it's, I'm not sure how much of it was our defense. It's just kind of the way they're built, but it's a weird stat line. They shot 55%, but for the most part, they made some tough shots. They didn't get to the line a ton. We kept them off the three-point line. So, it's kind of a modern defensive game where, it doesn't feel great, but in the end, the defense is enough.
I mean, 3-0 homestand, there felt like maybe a little turbulence within it, but, you exit, over 500 to go out on the road. Just how do you feel where you guys are at right now?
I feel like we're in a good place. We have a rotation. We're healthy. Getting Al back today was huge, the way he shot it in the first half, just creating that separation. But our centers are all playing well. I think QP, it's funny because, QP has not shot the ball well, but he's played really, really well defensively. And so to have Trace out there doing the same, defending, blocking shots, and then to have Al, suddenly we have, a pretty big front line should we choose to go big, and but multiple options off the bench. So I like the way we're playing, but now we got to go on the road and keep it going.
Steve, De'Anthony with a season high 24 minutes. What kind of strides have you seen from him from just a physical conditioning standpoint? And took, I think it was 14 shots today. Did you like that level of aggression from him?
He's been aggressive since he came back. It's one of the things I love about De'Anthony. He's not shy. He really attacks the moment, and his defense is excellent, and he gives us another ball handler out there. So you have to remember he hasn't played really for most of 2 years. That's a long time to be out. So he's still getting his rhythm back. You saw when he made the three at the end, he sort of put his hands to the heavens, and he's had a lot of open threes that haven't gone yet that will start going once his legs are really underneath him and he's found his groove.
Steve, with Al, how much can that just give him a lift also? And did you see this coming in this week, that he would be able to just come right back out quite that strong?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been out for a while, and he's finally cleared today. And I told him before the game, I said, I'm not exactly sure when you're going in because I'm going to keep Trace in his rotation because he's playing so well. And Al, to his credit, stayed ready and immediately, started knocking down shots that created the separation for us. So we know how good he is. We know what he can mean to us, and it's really fun to see him back on the floor and obviously playing so well.
And how much does he open things up, because he can do a variety of things for you?
Yeah, I mean, the way he picks and then pops. As a five-man, it really opens up the floor, and he, making 4 threes in that first quarter, opened up the game. We scored 40 points and played with the lead the rest of the way. So I thought Al was really the key player in the game tonight.
Why did you decide to go?
I'm sorry?
Why did you decide to go?
Well, they're a big team, and they have size at every position. And the thing we talked about in our coaches meeting was, we want to keep Trace in his rotation, but we also want to get Al out there. And so there was kind of a debate about maybe playing them together, maybe playing Al with Dre. But we weren't quite sure how we're going to do it. We're really trying to commit to a regular rotation because we've finally been able to do it the last couple games. And then we just decided let's just fit him in wherever it feels right. And I really like him with Jimmy. I like him playing pick and roll with Jimmy because Jimmy's so good getting downhill and getting him the ball, getting Al the ball if he's open, and we saw that a few times.
How do you feel about the way you guys are rebounding the ball right now?
Well, the crashing on offense has been really good the last few weeks. It was not good early in the season, and how many offensive boards tonight? 13. Feels like we're generating extra possessions now every game, which is a big part of the modern game, big part of our game. So we're doing that well, and having some bigger guys out there with Trace and Al, it does feel like we're more capable of taking care of the defensive glass as well.
Steve, you guys had 33 assists lately. In the last 10 games, you guys averaged 22 assists a game, which is pretty low for this team. Did anything change? Because he had 33 today and then gave him only 6 points off
Right.
turnovers.
We didn't make shots either. I mean, we were 14 for 50. Other than Al, nobody shot the three well tonight. So biggest thing is, 11 turnovers, taking care of the ball. I think only 4 in the second half. So as Jimmy says, we were getting shots on goal, and that's all we want. If we're taking care of it, we're getting looks. Next game that could be, 24 for 50 instead of 14 for 50. The way we know we can shoot it.
What do you think of the overall ball movement in general?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, the ball moved, and guys got open looks, and it was a kind of a methodical win because we weren't making shots, but we were getting good possessions.
Hey, Steve, it looked like Brandon went to the locker room with Rick
Yeah.
for a sec. What's the?
Not sure what he did. Have you heard yet? So Rick told me he was available the last few minutes, but if you don't need him, let him rest. So we let him go.
And what do you sort of like about his 4 games? Seems like he had 9 assists or good. It seems like he's just moving the ball well.
Yeah, 8 boards, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. He makes a lot of things happen out there. He's at his best when he's getting off the ball early, and when he gets off of it and the ball starts swinging side to side, a lot of really good things happen, and he's a good player.
Hey, Steve. Just looking down at this, 7 players in double digits scoring. We're talking about the ball movement, 33 assists. Is that kind of like the identity, the makeup of this team that you're looking for?
Yeah, we've always been a ball movement team. Steph off the ball is so powerful, and Jimmy loves to pass. Jimmy would prefer to get an assist than a basket. You saw it tonight, 9 assists and 14 points. He loves that kind of game. Draymond's such a good passer, and so this has kind of been our identity over the years, and I feel really good about the way we're playing, as long as we're making simple decisions and the simple passes, so we get plenty of attempts.
And then also defensively, you saw a lot of hands out there. A lot of guys, a lot of guys getting onto loose balls and things like that, and turn around to easy buckets. Just talk about defensively what you guys are looking out for.
Yeah, we're mainly just trying to contain penetration. Make people have to shoot over the top of us, not get easy buckets in the paint. Fast break, transition stuff. If we can keep teams from getting the easy stuff, then we feel good about our ability to slow them down.
Steve, have you gotten used to seeing Clay on the other side yet?
I'm sorry?
Have you gotten used to seeing Clay on the other side yet, or is it still
I'll
weird?
I'll never get used to seeing Clay on the other side. I miss Clay. Wish he was still here.
Let's do this before everybody gets back. You just tell them I said some great things and we can leave. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Steph. All right, first question. Tell me how you're feeling. Just finished your 13th Christmas Day game. At this point in your career, how important are these games to you, and what do they mean to you?
I mean, they're special because, only 10 teams get this opportunity, and especially at home. It's a great honor. The history of this day, basketball, or in the history of the league, so I don't ever take them for granted. It is a different energy, all around the arena, and to start it at home with the family, very cool slot where you get a little time in the evening with the family, so I'm looking forward to get home, but it's always fun, especially when you get a win.
Talking about history, was it on your mind that you reached the 26,000 career scoring mark today?
No, I didn't know going into it, which is great because those things take care of themselves. The more you play, the more opportunity you get out there, and it is a special milestone for sure. Just I think there's 22 guys in the history of the league, so you look up and there's some other active players still doing it, still climbing the ladder. I'm happy to be a part of that chase to see how far I can get up there.
Hey, Steph, over here. How long had you been warming up before you realized Clay had come out too before the game?
In the what?
How long had you been warming up when you realized that Clay had come out too and was warming up with you?
He usually had, since he's, or last year when we played him, he usually warmed up around the same time. So I kind of knew he was going to be out there, and had a quick moment with him at half court, and then kind of kept it moving.
Did you notice the crowd's reaction to that moment at midcourt? It seemed to elicit some excitement.
Yeah, they don't miss a thing for sure, especially the Splash Bros out there. So very sentimental moment, I'm sure. Anytime we're in the same, space, and Draymond included, so that was cool for sure.
Steph, you've talked about, realizing there's more, behind you than in front. To seeing Clay and that kind of becoming normal on the other side make you remember how closer you are, to this thing being over?
Yes and no. I mean, it will never be normal, seeing him somewhere else, but it's also we're all trying to deal with the here and now, and we're such competitors that no matter what position you're in or situation you're in with your teams, you still feel like you can win and you have a lot to accomplish. So it's a great reminder of the journey, but you don't really put too much extra emphasis on it. That time will come down the road.
So for the last 10 games, you guys been averaging like 22 assists per game. Today you guys hit 33 and didn't really shoot that well. What does that say about the way the offense can run?
It just shows what we've been working on, trying to get organized around my unit when we're out there, and me and Draymond especially, where there's a lot more organized chaos and pet patterns and stuff. We're still calling some plays, but then the drastic difference when it's just Jimmy out there and trying to get organized around him. So our offense was a struggle for a good while throughout the season, and all that shows is, one, if you take care of the ball and get good possessions, decent shots over the course of the game, you give yourself a good chance to weather the storm if you're not making shots, because you're not handing the other team points and you're making them work. So we've had a good stretch of games doing that.
Sounded like Steve and Draymond apologized to the team in the last couple of days. You guys have won 3 in a row now. How do you now look back on that situation and maybe the apology and I guess where is the team maybe in a better place than it was 5 days ago?
I think them two are in a better place, but I was up here talking about it. They're going to be professional in how they handled it, and that's how they handled it and how we've handled it as a team. So stuff like that happens. They have the equity of years and years of a relationship that is it's had its moments. But as professionals as you are, you come back and you approach the next day with a fresh start, and they handled yesterday at practice well, and we responded well as a team.
Steph, when Al can come in like that and open up the floor by hitting threes in a row like that, what does that do for everybody to be able to, just open up the court for you guys?
Yeah, it's the vision of what he would add to our team from the jump. I know he's battled a lot of injuries and absences, and he's trying to personally, I'm sure, find a rhythm, and that availability is huge. But it's why he is who he is, why he's had the career that he's had, and why he's such a coveted big man, because of what he can do. So that run that they had basically won us the game. At the end of the first quarter, start of the second. So that was the difference in giving us a little bit of separation where we could also, have that cushion the rest of the game.
Is it hard to do that? I mean, he's missed 7 games. I know he stays ready, but still, it's probably different when you step back on the floor.
Yeah, he works, very hard behind the scenes to get ready, and that's just a confidence and experience thing. Him being in the league so long, I'm sure nothing surprises him. It's just a matter of how he feels and can he be healthy and get out there, and he knows what to do.
Hey, Steph. Coach mentioned earlier this is not a great team, a good team, but it could become an excellent team. What's your assessment on that, and what would it take to become excellent or great again?
I mean, one, not getting too down on yourself if it's not going right, and not acting like we've done anything with a 3-game win streak. You know, we have to continue to obsess over the details. We've been a really good defensive team all year, but offensively it's been our kind of barometer on if we're playing well or not. So take care of the ball, take good shots, use each other to create good looks, and, you know, just stay locked in on playing with effort and energy. Very simple concepts, but can you go do it? And we've had, 3 games in a row where we've done it.
Hey, Steph. Sorry if this was asked before, but Steve was talking about how the rotation stabilized a bit. Do you feel like that's starting to solve some of the problems you guys have had earlier in the season?
Yeah, we've been asking for that, and asking for it, also understanding it's been hard because of injuries, because of a revolving door of, who's available, who's been playing well, certain things that coach sees that, he's making or informs his decision. So it helps when guys know who they're out there playing with and can develop a chemistry and a rhythm, especially offensively, because it does change depending on who you're out there with. So the hard part is you got to, Buddy, JK, Gee, Pat, Seth, who's hurt. You got guys who have also played, and they have to stay ready too because things can change really quickly.
One more Clay question. Is it safe to assume there was some intent behind the shoe choice tonight?
No, I just happened randomly found some Clay Thompson 11s lying around in the back. Just thought I'd wear them, and they happened to be my size. It was pretty cool.
Hey, Steph, real quick. You talking about your legendary career, and then you play a young guy in Cooper Flagg who's taking the league by storm. Just what's your assessment of him, kind of seeing him up close for the first time?
I saw him at my camp a couple years back, and then I saw him again at the USA Select team last summer. So it's not a surprise what he's been doing, why he's the #1 pick, what he did at Duke. Future's bright. Plays way beyond his years and just his basketball IQ, you can tell. So that's going to be a journey you want to stay locked in on. He's going to be around for a long time.
Steph, back here. I don't know if you've already been asked this, but just talk about what today meant, not just for the holiday, but just you being able to achieve that milestone and just all the other things you've accomplished in your career.
13 straight Christmas Day games. You said like the scoring milestone, rocking Clay shoes, all the things. It's been a great, blessed day. I'm just so fortunate to play this game, and now I get to go hang out with my fam and enjoy Christmas. So hopefully y'all get to get home too and see yours as well.
What was it like to see De'Anthony Melton make a shot?
Man, you know what? I'm actually happy for him. It's about time. What was the first one? The one in the corner over there?
The first 3, yeah.
Yeah, missed the first one. 2 foot down. No, we like that though. I'm happy for him that he's back hooping, confident, and like I always say, we got so many guys that can make shots, and I've seen him do it time and time again. So good for him.
33 assists. You guys been averaging the low 20s lately. So what does this mean that you get to 33 today?
Got Al back. Big Gator. Oh, no, it was clicking tonight. We're moving the ball at an incredible pace, finding guys. And sometimes it may look a little bit too unselfish because, you do have layups, myself included. But we all love to see everybody else shine. So it's a good problem to have.
How does Al change things when he's on the floor?
Definitely spreads the floor, challenge shots at the rim, high IQ type player. And then he's just really fun to play with. Like, as long as you're out there having fun, being joyful, balls moving, you're guarding, you're competing. That's who he is. That's who he's always been.
3 in a row for you guys. What do you feel like clicking?
We streaking, baby. Yeah. We streaking. I don't know. I think we're guarding at a high level. Making shots, I'm telling you, it always helps. But I think we're more so on the same page. We just got to keep being together. It's not going to be all good. It's not going to be all bad. But we need to stay somewhere in the middle.
In that realm, what's your perspective on the last few days here? You know, Draymond, Steve thing the other night, the apology at practice.
That's just part of the game. When you've been together for so long, y'all gonna have arguments. It ain't gonna be quiet all the time. Like it's okay. You got two fierce competitors that have won it together and that want to continually win. We know what it is. And you know, if you're looking at me, I'm just looking up. Like, all right, I expect that to happen. That's okay. We move on from it.
Did you learn anything about how they handle those type of situations? Being, you know, kind of this was maybe the first.
I like that. Y'all yell at each other. Turn me on a little bit. I'm not gonna even lie. I like that. I like the confrontation. It's good for us.
Jimmy, when Al has missed 7 games, for him to come in there and hit 4 threes in a row like that, I mean, what kind of lift is that? And about maybe how he stays ready. What does it say about that?
I think that's the thing. You always have to stay ready. And I've seen him still working on his game out there, getting his shots moving. I'm just glad that he's healthy and that he gets back to doing what he loves to do. And obviously, it's helping us win, so that's a plus for everybody. But as long as he's happy, he's out there competing, man, we got our guy back.
And to have a 5 who's out there, you know, shooting threes, I mean, how much does that open things?
It changes everything for everybody, especially me. And whenever you get guys that are making shots, like Melt over here finally made some shots, get a guy a couple assists. It's the game's just more fun that way when you get the pass and somebody else is shining.
From a rotation standpoint, it seems like the lines are split between ones with Steph and Draymond, and then you and shooting. What do you make of that setup and being able to toggle between styles during a game?
No, that's great. Whoever you're out there with, play basketball the right way, it's gonna be easy. It's real easy whenever 30 out there because you just get him the ball and he'll do everything. It's still a learning curve whenever I'm out there, but we're getting used to it. But I could care less as long as we win. Everything's fine.
Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can maintain what you built the last week and take it on the road?
No, we good. We finish on. That's just stay together, have fun, play basketball the right way, home and away, and we'll be right.
Mel, just what kind of progress do you feel like you've made physically, conditioning wise, and just how have you felt like your rhythm's starting to come back?
Something like that, yeah. I'm just trying to keep working through it. I think definitely my conditioning has gotten better. Before, my first 5 minutes of the game, I was feeling like I'm ready to pass out, but like now, I feel a lot better. I feel like I play a lot longer, so that's what I'm happy about, and I'm just kind of trying to keep working.
De'Anthony, talk about your effort today. I mean, your defensive presence. 16 points off the bench, plus 19 for the plus minus. Just talk about what was kind of working for you and how you're feeling out there.
Just going out there being aggressive. I think I've kind of said that from the jump, and I think that's what kind of the team wants from me too. When you got everybody being aggressive, we got like 12, 13 dudes that can go out there and play. Just trying to play my game and understand what needs to be done during the game too at the same time. And on the other end, defensively, that's who I am. That's who I'm always going to be. So just trying to figure that out, and obviously just trying to give some of these better players some help and relief.
Do you believe in the concept of shooting your way out of a slump?
For sure. You can't be scared to shoot. I think that's when you're scared to shoot, that's when it ultimately goes the opposite way. So I think everybody on my team knows, everybody on the staff knows. I'm going to keep shooting, and I got to keep shooting with confidence, and that's the best thing for this team.
This week was, a little bit turbulent with the past couple of games and Draymond and Steve. What did you learn about how this team operates after that incident?
Everybody on this team is resilient, and they know how to win. They've been through so many different things, and various seasons from winning multiple championships to to getting all the way and losing. So they've seen a lot, and I understand what talking to other guys that this is something that's going to pass over, and sometimes they need this to build and to continue to grow.
Steve sort of talked about how the rotation's solidifying and things are becoming more consistent. Do you feel like that's sort of solving some of the problems you guys had earlier in the season?
I wouldn't say necessarily that. I mean, I respect everybody that, you know, touches the floor for us, and I feel like everybody that touches the floor can be, you know, service to us. And even the guys that don't play, I still feel like they could be a service. So that's on Steve to, you know, figure out who he wants to play and who is not. So all I can do is just worry about myself and just worry about winning the game at the end of the day, and that's all I try to do.
Anthony, Steph was saying the other night that he still gets nervous when he's got to take 2 free throws down the stretch in a game. And, I mean, maybe that makes all of us feel better, right? That
Yeah.
even if Steph gets nervous, then it's pretty natural. I mean, what does that mean to you? I mean, here's this guy, superstar, who still smiles to the sky and does what he needs to do to get himself calm for 2 free throws.
It means a lot. It means a lot. You know, I work on free throws a lot. I try to make 10 in a row with 5 switches. So going to the free throw line, just trying to think about the same thing. Just, you know, trying to make 10 in a row. So whatever happens, happens, and you got to just live with the results. But sometimes getting to the free throw line can help you get into a rhythm and get your shot going too.
So do you do that every day, every practice, every pregame?
Yeah, every chance I get, I try to make 10 in a row with 5 switches involved too. And then when I'm at the free throw line, kind of telling myself that the same thing, like 10 in a row, 10 in a row, 10 in a row, because I've done it, so just got to keep going.
Does that humanize number 30 a little bit too?
I mean, he's human, and I think we all know that, and I think that's why we love him too.
D'Anthony, you guys are always going to be considered a smaller team, but you see what Al did tonight, QP, what he's done this season, Trace coming on really strong recently.
Two big lineup today.
Exactly, yeah. So how can that unlock something different when Al came in with Trace and then made those threes?
Man, we could be more active on defense, honestly. Like having those bigs out there, and then especially with Al, the way he came back and ready to shoot. I mean, we love it, and we've been missing it. 4 for 6 is definitely something we need. So, and also defensively allows us to, you know, sometimes to grab rebounds and let Trace run the floor and get all our wings out in transition too. So, Al being out there and having those, you know, more of a size allows us to finish possessions off.
Right here. Whether it's like deflections, rotations, just communicating with the team. You've already talked about defense. Just talk about your game today and how you rate yourself in the game.
Yeah. I'm just happy I hit a couple jumpers today, honestly. That's all I can be, you know, happy for right now. But I think defensively, that's always going to be me, you know what I mean, figuring out where I went wrong. And, you know, I don't really like to get scored on or to miss coverage and stuff like that. So I talk a lot with the, you know, player developments, the ones that watch a lot of film, in terms of what I could have did better. And I kind of ask them all around, you know, what you've seen. And I feel like they're pretty honest with me, and just try to have, you know, great conversations with them. But, you know, just trying to keep working and just keep building. It's one game. We got a lot more games to go. So I just want to make sure I'm doing this when it's, you know, 82, you know, game 90, stuff like that.
Whether it's the speed of Brandon Williams or just how Cooper can just do everything on the floor, just talk about those young guys and how you were able to defend them today.
That's my dog too, Brandon Williams. We played together in high school, so to see him really go out there and just do his thing, and, you know, 9 for 12 and 7 for 9 from free throw line. You know, I never really congratulate somebody on the other team, but, you know, love to see him go out there, play, do his thing, and, you know, find a way in this league, because, you know, sometimes it's tough when you're young coming up and trying to figure it out. So love to see him play, and, you know, all the other guys, they'll figure it out, I guess.